we have bigger text. The problem with this is that my face is going to be in the way of right around there once this video gets produced. I assume though that you guys like looking at my face. How could you not, right? How could that be less important than the text? I might just try to move the picture-in-picture. We'll see. Anyway, we're playing through the match between Bibble and Dog of Justice. I'm sort of excited to do this because, well, we'll see. I don't know how excited I am for this game. Looks like a 16-turn Gardens game with quite a number of victory point cards. Let's look at the board. Menagerie. Stupid French, man. No, I love the French, but I cannot pronounce their language. I think that just cycles unless you have all different cards in hand, in which case it draws 3? I don't know, maybe it draws 2. I should look it up. Yeah, I don't have the window open still, so you're just gonna have to bear with me not knowing. Ironworks. There's the Gardens Enabler. As far as an engine, Conspirator wishing well. There's just no plus action, so I can see buying Ironworks. Wishing well even to start out, and just not planning on ever really having money in your deck on this board, because I'm not sure that money does very much here. Cut Purse, like maybe a better buy, but there seriously isn't an action here that costs more than 4. Cut Purse will annoy your opponent and probably push them down to 3 a few times, but yeah, there just isn't much reason to have money on this board, I don't think. Looks like both of them avoided money, so that's cool. So, they both open with Monument, though. I really think that Ironworks is going to be considerably better. Like, check out these cool, cheap action cards. There's a deck right there. And Ironworks gets all of them. So Monument just gets you 1 victory point token, and the $2 from it I don't expect to be super relevant. It's also a terminal action. I do think you can cycle your deck fairly easily here. Wishing well seems good. And now they're both getting Ironworks, so I would have just bought the Ironworks first. Yeah, I mean, I'd be down 1 victory point token right now, I guess. I don't know. In Bibble's case, I would have a 3-cost action card for the 1 victory point now. And I don't know, maybe I would in Dog of Justice's case. Apparently he plays coppers individually, so he doesn't, I don't know how many coppers he had. Shoop-a-doop-a-doo. So we are buying Ironworks, we're getting Conspirators, makes sense. Buying more Ironworks. Ironworks is not a card that cycles on its own on this board. It's not like you're grabbing Great Hall with it, or Island, or something like that. So I think you probably get away with having 2, but I don't know. It's a little inconsistent to open Monument and then suddenly grab 2 Ironworks. I was sort of thinking when they picked up a late Ironworks that they were only going to want 1, and we were going to prioritize getting the deck cycling over adding utility cards to it. Which I think happens faster if you just buy 1 Ironworks. I might be wrong. Bibble seems to just not care about cycling the deck. He's just grabbing Ironworks and Monuments, which, I mean, it's a solid way to get victory points on this board for sure, especially since you can head into Gardens pretty soon. Yeah, these these conspirators don't do much, I guess. Is there a plus buy on the board? No. So, conspirators are maybe not the biggest early game priority to be grabbing with Ironworks. And Bibble's already picking up Gardens, which means Dog of Justice is pretty much forced to pick up Gardens too. In a situation like this, unless you can grab 2 Gardens, grabbing, like, if you can open grabbing the Gardens pile with a 2-garden turn, I think definitely do it straight away. I don't know how important it is to just grab 1 Gardens, but probably Bibble's deck benefits from this the most, because Dog of Justice is trying to cycle more, whereas Bibble's deck is just full of Ironworks and not drawing the Gardens as often. So I think that'll end up meaning that putting 4 Gardens in each deck is going to give Bibble a slight advantage for the rest of the game, which will not be very long, but is relevant. Yeah. Like, you'll notice that Bibble's got a ton of Ironworks, 7 Ironworks in his deck. He's still only playing 2 Ironworks a turn. So, if you focused on flipping your deck a little bit more and only had 1 or 2 Ironworks in it, you still actually get comparable output. That turn you got 4 cards. This turn you got 2. Wait. You probably, once you're flipping your deck, head up to 3 Ironworks and then have 3 Ironworks a turn. I don't know though, it might just not be fast enough. I don't know how strong Menagerie is for card draw here. Wishing Well is a little unreliable. Ironworks, Ironworks, Ironworks. So we're really close to the game ending. And I assume that these guys are counting or something. Like, on turn 14 here, Bibble could end the game by grabbing an Ironworks and a Wishing Well. I'm assuming that he's counting and aware that he's behind, and that's why he's not, although, were that the case, I don't know why he's getting Monuments over Estates. This seems like a mistake. Oh, because Ironworks doesn't work that way. Okay, well, I'm dumb. What he did is fine. And this is sort of cool. Bibble's just in a situation where he can totally control when the game ends because he's gaining so many cards and well, okay, no he can't. I don't understand this. Why did he gain another Ironworks here with 2 piles with 1 card in them? Dog of Justice is having a tough time gaining 2 cards a turn. It seems like you'd want to keep the piles with 1 in each. Make sure that you get to take the last turn, which is possibly going to be the deciding factor in this game. But yeah, he does end up finishing the game there, and does so with the win. Up to 44 cards. I'm just trying to work out if he could win last turn. I suspect he could. He gained 2 victory points that turn. So yeah, definitely could have ended the game in turn 15. Counting is... it's funny. Counting seems like it would be such a basic thing that you should... I mean, you could always just look back at the game log and count up the cards and know, so it's public information. And it's sort of important because the person with the most victory points wins at the end of the game. But in actuality, when you're playing Dominion, it's just sort of fun to not be bothering about that. I feel like one reason I win games of Dominion more than others is that I'm pretty good at approximating how many victory points I have. I'm definitely not counting all the time. Alright, let's move on to game 2.